Well, today is July 22nd, Monday. It's been about 3 weeks since the last video. It's been about 3 weeks since the last time I drove my truck. I just did a quick test run after fixing the carburetor. At least the fuel line is now proper, not rubber, piece of rubber. So on the fuel line, did us fine. But up here, it curved a bunch and then rubber hose to here. That's our bush fix we did at the reunion back in May. He said, repair it properly before next time we're home. Well, I didn't touch it till after Bantam, but no, we fixed it right. So it's fixed right now, but I don't think this is it's fixing the bush fix, but it's not gonna fix the issue I'm having. So the main reason why I've not driven the truck in 3 weeks is because the carburetor was flooding. The third time now. First time it flooded neighborhood, towed it home. It flooded again the driveway, trying to load on the trailer to go to a reunion. And then at the reunion, started out fine. And then to go off road, it caught fire. And then at the reunion, it put this new carb on it and still had issues. But we had made run enough for Bantam coming up. And then at Bantam, had a vacuum leak, which I've yet to fix. I had the gasket, I just not gone to it. Just been running at high idle. And it has flooded once again, but still had enough trust into it. So I drove to work one day, left early, got to work early, didn't get there late. Drove around work, take a few iconic pictures because where I work is called Wabtec, and prior company was General Electric, who used to own this truck back in the day. From 49 through 82, they owned this truck as a service truck. So I found a nice old Oshkosh, 1950s Oshkosh, to take a picture with, but also did a couple trains, did that. And after work, went to where I bought the truck originally from, like 2 miles up the road, where there used to be a snowplow truck for a guy for 40 years, from 83 to 2023. So that's 40 years. Showed him the truck first time. He's seen pictures every week. I'm giving updates on the truck and finally got to see it in person, but he's in a time crunch for work where he's working, so I didn't see much of it. And I head off, grandma's, mow grass, and then next place is to get gas. Anytime I'm in town, I have to top off the tanks just to make sure they're full. There's no working gas gauge. The only gas gauge I have is a crowbar I use. So I knew I have a half tank from then, so I was like, I have enough, but let's still top off. And I don't get regular fuel. At Bantam, they don't have ethanol-free fuel around there, so I put it in and ran even worse. So I'm gonna run ethanol-free fuel from then on. So there's 2 stations near home. Pulled into the gas station. As soon as I exit the main road, the truck just stops running. Like it's out of fuel. Like, I know you're not out of fuel. So then my next guess, it's flooding. Right away, it's flooding. I let it coast to the pumps, stop, open the hood right away, and it's pouring fuel like a waterfall down the side of the engine. Great. While I'm here, let's top off tanks still. So the gas tank's full right now. Ethanol free, it's topped off. Then I called Dad, we're an hour away, not gonna help. I want to get to home. I'm not gonna risk my truck, catch a fire again. So called up neighbor, 20 minutes got here. And first thing was just check her float. Let's just get a hammer and tap on it. Didn't help. I just told me home. I don't want to tear apart the car and pieces go missing or whatever. Just do it at home. We're 2 miles from home. Just towed me. So he towed me home, and here it sat for 3 weeks. And all we done was fix the fuel line. So Dad's happy, and the bush fix is gone, and that's all I've done. Now the next thing is trying to troubleshoot what's wrong with it. Everyone's telling me it's the fuel line that's wrong. That line is not factory. Well, I get that, and I want to go factory, but I can't find the factory line. You could buy them, yes, but you have to buy the whole entire vehicle fuel line kit. Now, when I put new gas tank on this truck and put a new carb on from Sal Walter, no one sells fuel line kits for this truck. Being a 49, yes, it should have a flathead, but the 50s models have an F-head, which this is. So it's a 40s chassis and body, but drivetrain wise, it will work for a 50s truck. and no one sells the kit. They only sell kits, at least Kaiser does, for the straight 6 models, but not for the 4 cylinders. So I had no luck, so I did all custom line, which is fine. Copied all the old ones, but I didn't copy this line up here because it was rutted so weird, so many bends and kinks in the line. I just knew it was not a factory line for an F head at least, and so I never bothered to use it. And so I went with my own custom routing, which worked fine for Bantam. I did this fuel line, whatever, I don't know. The year before for Bantam, I used it, and also this Bantam I used it. Probably put on 40 miles on it. And I did back road, country road riding in this truck before restoration, and so the fuel line works. But I think it's picking up heat somewhere. That's my biggest thing. Where is it picking up heat? I made it so it's far enough from the muffler manifold, but I think it's picking up heat from the thermostat. That's my only belief I can think of. Temp gun. I just did a nice 20-minute drive around the neighborhood and yard, and the fuel line's reaching 100 degrees temp. Carbs about 100, 110, and then the rest of the engine's like at 120, 130. Of course, this is about 150 right now. It's not fully heated up yet. The thermostat says 180. Engine's at 500. So it's fine, but I think the fuel line's a bit too hot. I mean, Camaro? Truck. Anyway. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with it. And so, yes, I drove 20 minutes right now, did fine, but I still don't trust it. I want to drive this thing to work more often. I want to go off-road. I want to explore. I want to do adventures. I want to do stuff. And I can't. So I don't trust my carburetor. Even though it's a brand new rebuilt one from Rick's Carbs, the old one was Sal Walters. Nothing wrong with either rebuild guys, but plus it does prove a point. I put 2 different manufacturer rebuilt carbs on here and it still floods. So that tells you something. It's not a carburetor reason why it's flooding. It's fuel line or pump at this point. And I got tired of trying to figure it out. It's like, call my friend. He said, just drop it off tonight on the trailer and I'll work on it for a week and try to troubleshoot that, change the fuel pump. I have electric pump I have. He likes electric pumps for all his Jeeps. So I bought that in case we put that on. And also while he's at it, fix the vacuum link. I have the gasket. And while he's at it, put me a new windshield in place. He's got a few used ones, but also we can always get a new one in town. And also fix my handle maybe. That's a big thing. I could deal with this. This is still working glass, it's just it's cracked. That one does not want to go up or down anymore. It's right there at the height, stuck. So that's what I want to have him work on it. I have a car show at my church August 3rd, so it's not even a week or 2 weeks out. So I want to see if he can get all that stuff done for me. So that's where we're at. No, I've tried to sell the truck. I'm 18 G's in. Remove the winch, all the accessories. 14, 15 grand. I'm happy to break even at that point and keep my stuff. But the market right now is so down, I can't get any sales. Right now, I have like 5 people that saved it. Now, I did make another listing a month ago, but Facebook had an issue with me where I can't edit the description no longer. But I had like 40 saves on the truck and 6 messages, but all too low of a price. Guys offered me 7 grand, 8 grand. That's about it for cash. The market's that low. But I have got a few trade offers. So for trades, guy had an 06 military Humvee title, but no hardtop, no windshield. It's a turbo diesel though. But I feel like he's a scam. He says, I'm overseas. Like, yeah, I don't trust that right now. It'll be 2 more months till, yeah, I'm good. The other guy had an 07 Rubicon, 4-door Wrangler. Like, I'll take that. Straight. All stock, but they got 200,000 miles on it from out west. Like, deal. He'll deliver, but his wife said no for the trade. So that was out. And then my third trade was a 6x6 Deuce, 1965 M35A2, and I'm still considering it a little bit, like 20%. Everyone around here in my neighborhood, my friends that have a few, my dad, and everyone else that don't get them. They're not really effective. What are you gonna do with it? It's not much. This truck's already big enough. I can barely fit my own trails. If I had a CG, it'd be better. 6x6 is huge. I mean, just push down the tree, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, so 6x6 is still in my mind, but he's 3 months out before he even gets to work on it, and then to work on it, and then to deliver from Kansas to PA. He'll drive it. So that's fine. Just a bit of a wait. And I mean, I have to do a few things too, and he's got a few things too. And so it's plus cash on top. So I'm okay with that deal, being cash on top, and he delivers. That's good for me. It's multi-fuel diesel, so you can run used oil in the engine for fuel. Anyway, I'm not too hard set on that. But anyway, if I get 10 to 12 grand right now as it sits without the accessories, I'll sell it. It's a bit of a loss, but I'm already having more freedom. 3 months, 3 week break off my truck. I'm back to my old hobby, RC cars, drag racing, drifting, and rock crawling. And I'm building my dream Jeep and RC right now. So I'm building one of these, which... What are those? So we got a 4-door Wrangler body. I got 1.9 tall tires. They're BFG Mud Terrain KM3s. I got some Rhino wheels, 2-piece beetle locks, big Xeon winch, and I just all decked out, bed rack and sand ladders and rooftop tent and a spare tire on that corner, and as I want it to be. Out front, king coilovers, 3-link suspension, but leaf springs rear in the back on a JK, I know, but it's been done before. More of a pain for the conversion, but it's a lot cheaper than doing coilovers, and I don't need coilovers in the rear. It's more my build. It's more overlanding and daily driving and tow rig than to be a full-blown LS or 4BT swapped on 40s, military theme, that thing. I'm not doing rock crawling. It's not. I'm more camping, travel, and tow. At least springs are enough. So, I mean, air ride maybe in the back, but it's more money. Anyway, just back to that. So that's fun to work on. Still had to sell the truck, and Dad really wants me to push me and sell it, and we'll get the cash of this, the cash on my Ford Explorer, both for that plus cash I have, and go buy a nice new vehicle. Mom has a brand new hybrid. Grandma's got a new hybrid. Dad's looking at getting a new truck soon. For me, a mid-size truck is plenty. I don't like full-size trucks. This is still mid-size somewhat. But I'm after Toyotas at this point. I'm moving into Toyota Tacomas, 2011 and newer, or Nissans, sort of, not really. Gladiator, it is, but I like to just get out of the Jeeps and go Toyota. Just anyway, so that's where I'm at. And now you're better to get going. It's still spring. I want to go drop the truck off, but I don't want to because it's raining. But it's just a sprinkle. The truck's running, so I really don't need to take it to him. But I want the carburetor to have trust. I don't have trust in it yet. He could stop over here, but it's only for like 20 minutes, and he's got to leave those different days. His kids and work. So I don't mind dropping it off. His dad's retired. He can work on it. Big thing is my door, the windows, and the carb need help. So I'm giving a bunch of parts extra. So rebuild kit. There's another rebuild kit down there. Another carburetor that needs rebuilt again. New acceleration pump. Extra fuel line. Hey, while we're at it, put the new oil lines on. Thermostat and a rebuild kit. So I'm giving all this to him to have fun with. Though he's got 10 Jeeps over there he can pull parts from. But truck, wagon, Jeepster, MB, GPW, and like 5 more in the barn stuffed away, and Mach 1, and yeah, a bunch. So, alrighty, there's my update. Not much else. Alright, thanks for listening. Bye.